Okay, this has been another ongoing project here, this SMC, Polonus, whatever you want to call it, from 2003 at the condo location. We discovered over a year ago at this point, this fan was already here, it was dead. The blades, and we document this in other videos, the blade, one of the little blades bent, looked like got stuck, and probably burnt out the thermal fuse. So we've never done this before, and we think to ourselves, what do we have to lose, because the fan's dead anyway. It was left basically probably to be thrown out. So with some guidance in previous videos from people who have commented, thank you very much. We ordered the correct size thermal fuse, and then the heat shrinks. Those are the heat shrinks that you have right there. Thermal fuses are up in your room, but we don't probably need, let's get to the thermal fuse first. So some of the advice I'd been given with the heat shrinks when we go to put it back on the new thermal fuse is not to apply any heat, because you could like pop the thermal fuse again because of the heat, which is interesting. So the other part of this is determining exactly where the existing thermal fuse is. I think that might be, unless I'm reading this wrong, probably the trickiest part, because we're kind of shooting blind here. Now, I do have for my Christmas lights, but not with me, of course, one of those little detectors that tell you where the break in the line is. I don't have that with me. So I have borderline kind of seen this done on other YouTube channels, and typically I've noticed that the thermal fuse is very close here in with the windings. So again, what do we have to lose with this thing? It's already a lost cause, but we're gonna do our best, because this is how we learn. And constructive comments along the way are good too, even if we get to a situation where this thing is total trash and we trash it. At least some of the commentary can help us learn for next time. So what Eddie's going to do here is start to disassemble this, and carefully, without hopefully cutting the wind, because if you break one of those windings, it's like then it's definitely over.
Or cutting my hand.
Or cut your hand, that might, cutting your hand will heal faster than a winding.
True.
Just kidding. There is a hospital up the road.
Surgery.
Yes. I'm gonna go grab those thermal fuses so I can show you exactly what we're looking for.
handgun mask around it?
Something
Like shrink wrap around it.
yeah, there you go.
Rubber. We wanted the gun in 2 places. Not too bad.
Yeah, this is where it would be nice to have your Swiss knife.
Scissors actually cut pretty well. So that's over there.
Yeah, once you get that.
Actually, no, that's not it. It's oh, here you go. Wire that goes to another wire, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all. Yeah, it switches to like a more of a skin color. Weird. Maybe here, maybe, I don't know. Can't really find it. Pretty tiny.
I wonder. So it's interesting how this is over windings. We'll just get in here and take a look.
Tiny little guys. (133 degrees Celsius).
Yeah. I think that's gonna be it right there. So I cut that zip tie, but I left it in there, so I know where to stick another one in its place.
So you don't cut a wire inside there
So I'm sure.
too
Yeah.
badly.
Just trying to get like a little opening so I can just cut a slit up this material here.
Hmm.
Cut it down maybe. See what I'm trying to do? I'm trying
Yeah,
to open
see.
it up more. Ideally, it would take the whole motor up. I don't feel like doing a switch because sometimes you switch. Actually, that switch just screws in, but that's a lot of bucking around up there. Mhm.
Is it in there?
No. It's, it. Let's look at the culprit right here. So what I need you to do is try to uncover that, because I feel like it could be there, because if you feel this, it's,
Where, the blue one?
yeah. And I know, we're taking guesses at this point. The irony is, by some miracle that we were able to do this, that blade is bent so bad.
Let's see. It's not there.
Okay. Was it just more wire?
Yep.
Okay, so that's just insulation. Where are you, thermal fuse? Could you be over here? It's definitely not up here, because this is all, you feel the wires. But this is pretty thick over here. it could be without me cutting up this whole. That's strange. This has got to be it. It's got to be in here. You want to come here? I'm going to show you something. So see how that wire that comes through here is blue and it comes out black the other side? I'm wondering if one end runs in, one end runs out. So,
Ooh, this is right here.
yeah, you want to try to get that off? Because see, this was like in here like this, and then all it was just zip tied like that. So, like, because I noticed it wasn't, like, it doesn't go into the windings or anything.
Yeah, it feels like it's right.
Yeah.
See, look. Oh,
Yeah.
bulge right there.
Yep. You want to try, see if you can get to that?
This might be a little annoying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut the wire. Probably should cut right where the fuse is, so I don't cut the wire.
Not a bad idea.
I think that might be the thermal fuse, so that it's attached to that.
Yeah. It's
Since it's right here.
okay. Want to try to get that out? That's what happens. It attaches like that.
So probably should just try to cut this, or
Well, we have to lose nothing.
okay, let's cut it.
Cut it as short as possible.
Yep, that's it. Just gonna slide it in.
So we got to the thermal fuse.
Peel those pliers.
Yeah. This clearly will be another part to this series because we will probably, for those viewers out there, we have not connected a inline fuse before. So I should imagine the dilemma is this: if you solder, it's hot, right? So you're gonna mess up the fuse. So it's going to involve a little research and hopefully some help from the viewers.
Just pull this whole thing out. Yeah, I cut the fuse in half.
Did you?
Yeah.
Whoops.
This is it right here.
Yep.
It's a little
Can
tiny
I see,
little guy.
can I see it? Yeah, so see how it's in line? Yeah, that fuse looks
So
like...
it's attached to that other wire.
Yeah.
So you think we should just pull the rest of the fuse out? And then
Well, what you can do... yeah, so I would just snip it off like there somewhere.
right underneath the fuse like this.
Yeah. Yeah, and leave... Yeah, leave...
Definitely need to heat shrink.
Well, the thing you have to do is
Slide it in there.
it's gonna have to make contact on both sides.
If this works, I'll be amazed.
That's why we do these things.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, this is why we learn, how we learn.
Yeah, see how this works. You cut the one you need. So I'm assuming what we could do, slide a bigger piece over. Actually, no, that wouldn't. Never.
Alright, so I think what we're gonna have to do is some research. So the next, we'll pause the project from here. Now that we've located a thermal fuse, the question to the viewers and the questions to ourselves is, how do we connect the thermal fuse without blowing the fuse? Meaning, do we use a soldering gun? But then my fear is we make it too hot and the fuse goes if it's 130. So that's the question to the viewers and the questions to ourselves. And then once we get this reconnected, I know you can bend these. Once we get this reconnected, this material here, I would like to reuse it because it's like basically heat.
Resistance.
Yeah, and I should not have cut that up, but I can repair that. That's fine. And then so that's really it. So we have to connect that. So my question again to the subscribers for like the 8th time is, how do we put the thermal fuse in line? What's the best way to go about that? And then we'll hopefully collect some comments along the way, as well as do some research on our own. And then kind of go from there. So if you haven't already, and this project's interesting to you, make sure you subscribe, please. Thank you for your support, and make sure to like, and as I said before, comment, and we'll see you on the next one.